So let's say you want to go on a flight, and not just any flight. You want to spend some miles and do it right. You want to sip Dom Perignon champagne while sitting in a 50 square foot apartment that you have to yourself on the top deck of an A380. Well, I'm Andy from Andy's Travel Blog, and this is Singapore Suites.
It's Singapore Suites time.
All right, so it's been a little while since I've done one of these flight reviews, so you're going to have to give me some rope. I'm a bit out of practice. I was at Frankfurt Airport, checked in for the flight, went upstairs because these suites are on the second story on the new Suites Class configuration, but I went for the super dramatic shot. So here I am walking up the stairs, and this is my suite. Okay, this is actually how it happened. I walked in on the second floor. I was greeted by my flight crew, and they were a fantastic flight crew. They walked me to my suite. I was warmly greeted by everybody. I walked through the 6-suite Suites Class, and there I saw it, Suite 1A. And of course, next to greet me was Dom Perignon Vintage 2008. You're going to see a lot of champagne on this trip because, well, there was a lot of champagne on this trip. But look at this suite. It is beautiful. It centers around this full-grain leather swivel chair, and it's the experience is kind of built around that. So you have these little areas here on the side for you to store all your knickknacks and your paddywhacks. And then you have the headphones. You have this little vanity area. You have that touch tablet, which we'll get into later. Then you have the 32-inch HD television that folds out once you're in the air. It's all controlled by little controllers in the seat rest or in the armrest of the seat. Of course, you have a closet there to store your hanging clothes, a little backpack. And then you have the door. So the door is about 5 foot tall. It's not fully enclosed, but it was still really, really nice. Of course, then there was some more champagne. We got going. The shakiness of the camera, I'm not sure if that was because of the champagne or because it was taking off, but we went really quickly into meal service where I had some more champagne and I had some chicken satay that I forgot to video. From there, went to the caviar. Gotta go with the caviar. And I went for this artistic shot of the spoon going into the caviar, but that kind of didn't really work out. What did work out, though, was the chicken stir fry. Absolutely wonderful. But the highlight of the meal, no doubt, was the chocolate sorbet. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. So as the flight got going, reclined the seat, kicked back for a little bit. And it was really, really nice. Looked out the window and eventually said, okay, what if I needed to take a nap? Well, the flight crew jumped into action. They said, give us a minute and we'll do something special for you. So I went to check out the lavatory. So this is the lavatory in the Singapore A380, and it's reserved exclusively for the Suites Class passengers. And you have this separate vanity in addition to the business end of the lavatory. It was huge. And this is what the flight crew was working out for me. The legendary Singapore Suites double bed. There was nobody in the suite next to me, so they did this for me. It's designed for if you're traveling with somebody, you can rest together. I wanted to reward their efforts and take advantage of it, so I actually acted like I was tired here to test the bed out for myself. I actually did end up taking a nap because it was really comfortable. So that's a good note there. It is a comfortable bed. When I woke up, had the legendary Singapore Sling just as a refresher, played around with the iPad for a little bit, or the tablet, to interact with flight attendants, stuff like that. It was really nice. But now I do need to talk about a couple things. So you have some predefined swivel seat positions, and some of them just didn't make sense. So let's say you want to watch some TV, so you press the TV button and you're just looking at the TV, but here's the thing. You're not actually looking at the middle of the TV. Now, part of this may be due to, like, this is where the tray table needs to go, but you're looking at the left edge of the TV, not the middle of the TV. You're looking at the left edge. It seems small, but like I noticed it. And then they have this next direction around that you can swivel to. You're just facing the bed. I'm not sure what you're meant to do in this position, so I just kind of smoothed the bed out for a little bit. And then they have something that has 2 windows, implying that you're going to look at the windows. Now, if you're on the front 2 suites, this may be why this was ridiculous to me. The front 2 suites are different from the back 4 suites, but there's no windows. I was just looking at the wall. Now, I thought it was because of that little vanity thing. I was trying to think of a way, and I was like, okay, somebody would use the vanity there. Now, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but who could actually use that mirror? I don't think anybody could. So, I mean, it wasn't faulty or anything. But then I was like, if somebody wanted to use a vanity, why wouldn't they just go in the enormous lavatory where they have a dedicated vanity? And then I sprayed some of the stuff. My eyes weren't as closed as I had hoped. It burned. But yeah, the vanity in the lavatory is beautiful. So why would they use that small little thing? And then the final thing is, if you get unlucky, you'll end up making eye contact with the person in the suite across from you because those doors are at the same level. Now, of course, while I was doing this demo, they thought that I wanted more champagne, so there they were with more champagne, and that generally made things better because, as we all know, champagne can kind of cure all ills. And then, of course, because this was the best flight crew I've ever had, they had to totally one-up themselves and give me the legendary Singapore Airlines bear. It was beautiful. I named him Ernesto because, of course, I did. And that's really the story of this flight. It was a beautiful suite. It had its kind of weird bits, but what made this my favorite flight ever was this incredible flight crew. They were absolutely wonderful. They were warm, professional, kind, and they were just really, really good. They communicated so well. They were very efficient, and most importantly, they kept the champagne flowing. So I hope you enjoyed this review of Singapore Airlines Suites Class. I'm Andy from Andy's Travel Blog. We'll see you next time.